So why did Tampon Tim get that nickname from critics on the right? The reason is that he passed a bill in Minnesota that would require schools to provide free tampons and pads in all restrooms. So that's not just girls' restrooms, but also boys' restrooms and gender neutral restrooms. So we know that free tampons and pads allows people to be in school with confidence, with comfort. It increases education for all students, and it also reduces absenteeism. So the fact that this is meant by his political opponents as some kind of insult begs the question, why would supporting gender inclusivity and why would supporting a human basic need qualify as an insult? And for that, I think we have to go to a little deeper understanding, which is that anytime a man stands up for causes which we see as directly benefiting women and girls, for some people, that is somehow should be a source of embarrassment or shame, that a real man, that a man's man should be very embarrassed to be called Tampon Tim. And as we have seen, though, I think that that insult has sort of backfired. So we can talk about that as well.
I was just going to ask, I mean, if you're a casual news observer, you might have seen the term in a newspaper or online, and you might not be sure, is this a compliment or is it a critique? Because of course, if you are a woman or a person who has a period and has a need for a tampon, and as someone who uses tampons, I would look at that as maybe a more neutral term. But Melissa, you're saying that this is mostly being used as a critique from one side of the political spectrum. Is that correct?
Yes, and I think that the fact that it is being used as a critique, that the face of a man's, one meme has Governor Walz's face on a box of tampons, and we're supposed to go, ho, 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 isn't this shameful? This man is on a box of tampons. In fact, this stems from centuries old stigmatization surrounding periods, the idea that women and girls are somehow dirty or less than whole human beings because we menstruate. So the idea that it should be insulting for a man to align with women in agreeing that access to basic health products is a problem is a really kind of sad and twisted way of thinking at this point. And that's why the appellation Tampon Tim, as an English teacher, love that alliteration. It's very catchy. It's a great nickname. Why it's caught on in gender equity nonprofits, menstrual rights nonprofits. Please, let's get pads and tampons in all public schools. It's popular right now. 28 states in the United States have some kind of program that allow for period products to be easily accessible in schools. Clearly, this is a way that we want to go in this country.